Hello, this is Tina Falk from Via Feng Shui, and I'm with Jeremy Bills. It's December 2021, and this is your December energy update. Ta-da! Here we are,
Here we
trying to put
are.
on a happy face as we dive into. We come on this call a little bit early and kind of check in and kind of share the stuff that's going on, and it's like, oh my gosh, Jeremy, what's going to happen this month?
Oh my gosh.
It's
Well,
intense.
this is this is an intense month. In both Eastern astrology and Western astrology, this is the most intense month of 2021. So,
Oh, wow.
um, here we are,
Mhm.
and that's why we're doing this update so that we can just kind of update people on what kind of things to expect, what things that you need to be looking for, so that you can kind of be prepared for the energy because it,
Yeah.
it is intense.
And so this energy is present starting December 6th through
Hmm.
January 4th.
Hmm.
So it's a yang metal rat month.
Yeah.
And yang metal is a very mind, it's a very head space, kind of very rigid mindset. It's militant. It's
Yeah.
very determined. It's very forceful energy. And then we have this sweet little rat, right, that likes to kind of hide behind the scenes and kind of go under the radar and is just kind of out for himself to survive, keep his family alive, keep him going another month, another year. What do you think this combination, this yang metal with the rat, and the rat's master element is water, is a yin water. So are you picking up anything around that energy?
Yeah, a lot. This is just this energy of the young metal rat is going to be a repeat of the energy of 2020 because
Mm,
2020 was the year of the young metal rat. So, like you said, the metal has a very kind of cutting feel, and when the rat is a water animal, it's like a gigantic cruise liner that's just cutting through the ocean water. It has a
mm,
really sweeping kind of cutting feel. So we're going to see a lot of the same things that we saw at the beginning of 2020 when COVID started surging. And that's what we're experiencing now. We're experiencing another huge surge of COVID. And yeah,
mhm.
it's intense.
It's a great visual, because I could see that visual. And can you imagine if you're in a smaller boat and you're not on the cruise ship? You don't want to be anywhere near the undertow that cruise ship, that metal is as it's cutting through the water. You don't want to be anywhere near that tumultuous water that's being churned and brought down and resurfaced. You could get sucked in and right and not really come out.
Yeah.
And I know that seems like maybe dramatic and everything, but that's the energy.
Yeah.
That's one way that we can really tap in and into the energy of the moment is to use visualization, use the stories and the connections and the relationships that we have to these elements
Yes.
in our world.
Yeah.
Metal we don't often find just in nature. It's more of a hidden element, but we mine metal and we've, made it a utilitarian or a luxurious product or, component here on Earth. It's more of a man used thing, forged aspect. And so I just love that visual of that. So to me, it's kind of a push pull energy between what's going on in the head, the mental energy, as well as the heart of the emotional part of the rat.
Yeah.
This push pull between the head and the heart, And these days, it's like the head kind of seems to be ruling everything.
Yeah.
You got to be on your toes. You got to be, ready to fight or whatever. And
Yeah.
we're really guarded here these days.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure how that'll, kind of reveal itself for folks.
Yeah. And it's good to remember that the rat is all about strategy. So rats, they don't like to come out during the day because they don't have many defense mechanisms.
Mhm.
So they kind of creep around and stay in the shadows or wait until nightfall before they really come out. But what the rat does is when it's its month or when it's its year, it comes out into the light. You've been probably seeing there's on social media, there's a lot of images of rats. Like New York City just this last week has been reporting really gigantic rats. And
Oh, really?
I always like to look for the signs and look for the
Mhm.
signals. You taught us in school about breadcrumbs, and I think the universe leaves us breadcrumbs. So when I
Mhm.
see images of these animals, that's the sign that's really coming forward, and it's kind of taking the throne, and that's what the rat's doing this month.
Yeah. So the rat sits in the north. And so today I think we're going to talk a little bit about the flying stars afflictions that are happening. So when we
Mhm.
lay the feng shui compass down on a space or property or whatever, the north, that 45 degrees is where the rat sits. That's his house, it's his mansion. And that's typically associated with water. That's water energy. It's your career and life path. It's a cooler energy. It's governed by the sacral chakra. And the flying star that's been sitting there all year long is the illness star. And then this month, we have another star flying in there, and that's the 9 expansion star, which is a fire star. So we have this expansion star, which is fire, into this water sector, which creates what?
Steam.
Boiling steam,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like old faithful kind of energy, hot
Yes.
pockets. And so be prepared for people to spout off or for things to get heated really quickly or for things to feel like they're boiling and reaching a boiling point,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Especially look for that with holiday get-togethers and holiday gatherings. It's not going to be the easiest energy. It's not a good, calm, happy family kind of feeling. So if you have conflict with family members, this is not the month to be coming together with those
Mm,
individuals. Um, and like I said before, the rat likes to stick to the shadows. It likes to kind of hide away from
mm,
big groups. But as a
yeah.
result of that, rats are really sneaky too, and that's why they kind of have the capability of carrying illness and spreading it without us
Mhm.
knowing.
And because of that expansion star into the north, it's expanding whatever's energy is present, whatever the rat is about. It's going to light it up. It's like you know how it is when you've seen like on social media. Doug was showing me a video of somebody went to work. He was delivering food. He walked into like a deli in New York, and he flipped the light on. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and rats were scurrying up the walls into the false ceiling because you don't see it until you turn the lights on. That's what this 9 star is bringing. It's turning the lights on in that north sector. So hopefully some things will be exposed around this illness, this COVID stuff, and anything else, as well as it's exposing the illness star even more. And it's, I mean, even they're talking, because we can talk about this because this is very specific to this time, that this new Omicron variant is more contagious, it's easier to catch. So it if you have a rat in your chart, your 4 pillar chart, this is not a good month to take a risk. Even to say, hey, I'm at the store, I'm just going to run in really quick, I'm not going to bother masking up or, playing it safe. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you don't want to have somebody come into your house that you don't know if they've, taken precautions or not. I don't think it's a good month to take risks for the rat or really for any of us. What do you think?
I totally agree, especially if you have a rat. I have a rat in my chart, and so this is the month that I'm a little nervous about because I don't want to get exposed, and I'm already nervous about disease anyway. So yeah, it's one of those situations where it's better to err on the side of caution this
Yeah,
month.
yeah. Whatever your beliefs are, but you have to know that It's there, and that's hopefully part of the conversations having these monthly in staying ahead of these energies and preparing. People are seeing and in the breadcrumbs in their own lives and seeing it's like, oh my gosh, this stuff is really happening around me. I
Yeah.
turn on the news and I can see it. It's happening.
Yeah.
And so we need to be prepared. And so that expansion star is not only going to expose and make this illness energy even more dominant, but it's also going to expose more sneakiness behind the scenes, undercover, things that have an alternative, kind of agenda to them.
Mhm.
Anything that, we're all have our suspicions and our conspiracies and all of that around that. I wouldn't be surprised if more of that doesn't come to light.
Yeah, it is the major current events. There's going to be people coming out of the woodwork. There's going to be political events this month. It's going to be really intense, especially since we just went through the solar eclipse in the sign of
Oh,
Sagittarius. It's
yeah.
all about philosophy. So people are kind of coming forward with their beliefs and saying, I'm right, no, I'm right, no, I'm right. So
Hmm.
with that water, that combination of water and fire, it's just, it's an explosion waiting to happen. So it's best to lay low this month.
Hmm.
Some of the good aspects of this month is that the rat is secret friends with the ox, and that's the energy that we're in for the whole year. So those that
Hmm.
have ox in their chart might not suffer as much as those that have a rat in their chart. So
Hmm.
it's gonna be a good month for the ox, I think.
Yeah. What about westerns? More of the Western view. What's in alignment with what we've been talking about?
We've got some difficult aspects happening in the sky. Uranus, the planet of unexpected change and freedom, is putting a square in the sky to, well, actually, it's Saturn, the planet of responsibility and restriction, is squaring Uranus, and Uranus is freedom. So when we have responsibility and restriction and freedom, we have a really tough kind of push-pull energy that we were feeling in this, the same aspect that was showing up in March of 2020. So this is going to be a
Oh.
repeat of unexpected events happening. Here in
Hmm.
Utah, we had an earthquake. So I think that there's going to be a little bit more of that kind
Hmm.
of unsettling energy
Hmm.
globally. So
Okay.
we might see some pretty big world events, some pretty intense weather events. We've got a big storm front that's coming in that's going to be hitting the East Coast in the next couple of weeks. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's going to
Okay.
be just hunker down, people.
Get what you need for your family, and
Exactly.
and just play it safe, be mindful. The
Yeah.
rat to me is always reminding me to be mindful because he has to think things through. Don't overreact on things, and take care of you. And if you're feeling overwhelmed as Christmas approaches or the holidays approach and you've made commitments, it's okay to backpedal. It's okay to step out and say, no, I'm giving you permission to say, you know what? I know I said I'd love to be a part of this or I could bring this to the party. It's okay to say no, or
Yeah.
to shorten the time, or, you know, reschedule for next year. It's okay to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you like to pull a card, and I love when you
Oh
do.
yeah.
So let's
I
pull a
pulled
card and get
two
everybody back.
actually, two
Oh,
actually flew out. So this is good. This is good energy. The first one is the Gentle Gardener. And the Gentle
mm,
Gardener, I love this card because it's a beautiful image. And when I pull the Gentle Gardener, it just is a good encouragement to tend to your own field. Tend
mm,
to what you're already doing. Take care of your own family. Take care of your own resources. Take care of yourself. And also, there's this beautiful image of this woman that's up in the sky. It's also a call for, asking for help if you need it. Ask for spiritual guidance. Ask for your angels to surround you, to protect you. And then the encouragement card. It's still
mm,
okay to be connecting with your family. It's okay to connect with people. It just might be in different ways.
mm,
So um, encourage those around you, and stay encouraged, because we've got new energy coming in the next month or so with the new year.
Yeah.
So this is the last surge of difficult times for the year, but new energy is coming.
Yeah. Great cards. That's a great way to send off. We don't want to be too doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I'm constant, because I've had, students go through my certification program and they want to deliver the good news. Your clients, yeah, they want to hear good news, but they want you to keep it real too.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
it real. We want to be realistic, and so that we're prepared. There's no reason for us to talk about Pollyanna stuff, and people aren't living in a Pollyanna world. It
No.
doesn't make sense. There's no connection there.
Yeah.
So if you need anything from us, if you need to reach out for a chart reading or you have a question, our links are below. Don't hesitate to reach out. Connect, on our, if we have, I don't know about you, Jeremy, but I've definitely got a place you can sign up on my website to get on my email list so that you're getting
Yes.
even more tips. Or comment below. Let us know how you're doing. And if you're seeing these breadcrumbs show up for you,
Yeah.
in the days ahead until till January when we meet again.
Yes, exactly. And like Tina said, this is a great time to schedule with us for a chart reading. It's a great time
Hmm.
to figure out how to navigate the energy, to build a strategy for 2022, figuring out where your strengths are going to be, where your weaknesses are going to be, in building a positive attitude with the new coming energy.
Yeah. And we're really good at giving encouragement.
Yes.
Okay.
And we pulled the encouragement card, so we can
Yeah,
be your cheerleaders of 2022.
that's right. We got your back.
That's right.
That's what we're here for. Okay. Thanks, my friend. You're the best. I love you.
Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.